Are you looking for the best TVs for bright rooms? In this video we will look at some of the best TVs for bright rooms. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 4. LG G4. 65-inch type, OLED resolution, 4K refresh rate, 120Hz operating system, LG WebOS HDR, HDR10, Dolby Vision, HLG. The best of OLED with high brightness thanks to MLA technology. Incredible picture quality makes this great for streaming and gaming. Doesn't reach the brightness of QLED models. AI Sound Pro software is mediocre at best. LG's G4 OLED TV is hands down the brightest OLED panel I've tested to date. It offers an incredibly bright picture quality with the deep, inky contrast that OLED panels are renowned for. Tack on eye-catching HDR10, note, not HDR10+, and an impressive array of gaming support features, including a game optimizer mode that automatically switches on when you boot up your favorite console, and it's one of my favorite OLED displays available after testing. It's not only the best OLED TV for a bright space, but it's also one of the best gaming TVs, too. This is in part thanks to the new and improved micro-lens array technology, aka MLA. Basically, when you have an OLED pixel, some of the light directed toward your viewing area bounces to the back of the panel. MLA takes that light and redirects it back to your line of vision, which in turn means you get a brighter picture. In addition to MLA, you also get a high 120Hz refresh rate and HDR10, Dolby Vision and HLG support. The latter is one of the only TVs on my picks with this technology. Unlike QLED displays, an OLED panel doesn't experience image degradation, making this a great TV for wide viewing spaces, too. That said, there is one major drawback that's worth noting: the built-in speakers are very weak. LG added an AI Sound Pro feature, which is built-in AI software that enhances your content's audio. Based on my testing, it worsened my audio experience. I don't recommend using it, but without it, the audio is very quiet, even when boosted up to 50+ on a scale of 100. I strongly recommend adding a dedicated soundbar to this panel, because outside of that issue, it's a great choice if you want a bright OLED. If you're interested in learning more, you can read my full review. Number 3. Samsung the Terrace Full Sun. 55-inch type, QLED resolution, 4K refresh rate, 60Hz operating system, Samsung Tizen HDR, HDR10, HDR10+. Built-in protection against inclement weather and high temperatures. A bright, clear picture in direct sunlight. Very expensive. Refresh rate could be better. Sometimes, you want to add a TV to your porch or patio, and the Samsung the Terrace Full Sun is the best outdoor TV you can get for the job. Not only does it display your content in full sunlight, hence the full sun in the name, but it's one of only a handful of TVs that is capable of doing this. It bears an IP55 waterproof and dustproof rating, so it can withstand rainstorms and more without worry. If your area is prone to hail, I recommend adding a dust cover for extra protection. The TV is built around a 4K QLED panel and combats sunshine by sporting up to 1500 nits brightness. After experiencing this model at Samsung 837, the brand's flagship store in New York City, I found it to be gorgeously bright. It's no secret that TV panels can get warm when in use, but this one comes with extra protection. It can handle direct sunlight for up to 6 hours at 104 degrees Fahrenheit. If it gets too warm, it automatically dims as a preventative measure. This model is quite pricey but essential for an outdoor space that gets hit with direct sunlight. Then again, if you have a partially shaded patio, the partial sun option can go much easier on your wallet. Number 2. Hisense U8N. 65-inch type, QLED resolution, 4K refresh rate, 144Hz operating system, Google TV HDR, HDR10, HDR10+, Dolby Vision, HLG. Brighter than some high-end panels. Affordability makes it appealing for most. QLED display means it lacks the OLED contrast. Some image degradation at wider viewing angles. Software bugs may be off-putting. If you need a super bright panel but don't want to spend thousands of dollars, take a look at the Hisense U8N. This QLED mini LED panel costs just over $1,000, and during my testing, I found it to be one of the brightest TVs on the market. It can handle my sun-drenched living room with ease, and I found that compared to its predecessor, blooming was so much improved that it felt nearly non-existent. Again, because it's QLED panel, you're not going to get the deep contrast and inky blacks of an OLED display, but this was one of my favorite TVs to test this year because of the punchy vibrant colors it showcases. Additionally, it offers HDR10, HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision support, which is pretty unique to find as most TV brands offer one or the other and not both. For console gamers, you get low input lag, a 120Hz refresh rate, up to 144Hz for PCs, and multiple HDMI 2.1 ports for connectivity. During gameplay, games like the Horizon series looked great on this display, with the muted colors and high detail of Aloy's Shadow Karja armor showcasing beautifully on-screen even during action sequences. However, it's important to note that during my testing, I noticed a software glitch. Every so often, the display blacks out for a second. After some research and experiencing the same thing on another Hisense model, I've found that it's a software bug. I plan to retest this panel soon and am hopeful that Hisense addresses this issue, but for now, you may experience this if you buy the model for yourself, and there's no assurance the issue will be fixed. It's also worth mentioning that every TV I tested this year, including this model for consideration, has had some kind of software glitch. At this point, it's more of a matter of preference for what unaddressed glitch you can handle. If you can stomach this issue, it's the best budget TV to get right now, but looks gorgeous no matter the time of day. Number 1. Samsung QN90D. 65-inch type, QLED resolution, 4K refresh rate, 144Hz operating system, Samsung Tizen HDR, HDR10, HDR10 Plus. Excellent reflection handling. Great blend of viewing and gaming features. The picture quality isn't quite as good as OLED. No Dolby Vision for cinephiles. Samsung's premier QLED display, the Samsung QN90D, uses mini LEDs that showcase a bright, gorgeous picture in any sunny space. With HDR10 and HDR10 Plus support, highlights pop on the display. That said, if you're looking for Dolby Vision, you'll have to look elsewhere. Samsung TVs opted for HDR support over Dolby. The resolution is stellar for gaming. It can display 4K content that can use AI to upscale older content, and its refresh rate goes up to 144Hz for smooth PC gameplay. For console gamers, you get a 120Hz refresh rate, which is still beautifully smooth on screen. It has multiple HDMI 2.1 ports to connect your Nintendo Switch, PlayStation and more, and features a low input lag for speedy, responsive gameplay. Contrast looks gorgeous on this TV, too. It won't be as deep as an OLED panel, but unless you're a cinephile, this doesn't matter. Plus, the Samsung Tizen operating system after testing multiple Samsung panels is very intuitive, and you also get the Samsung Gaming Hub, a cloud gaming service for playing your favorite games without the need to hook up a console. It's a great blend of gaming and content viewing features on a super bright panel that makes this TV the top pick.